Hello and welcome back to the Bodcast. It is episode 231. See, I can remember numbers. I am joined by my lovely wife.
That's me.
And today we're going to talk about a topic that's popped up on a couple of live streams. Some people have been talking about it. And it's backlogs.
Backlogs.
So, what are we going to talk about with backlogs? How do you define a backlog?
Unbuilt sets?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Yeah.
Just unbuilt sets. Okay.
How would you define it?
I don't know. I think this is the thing. I think people define backlog depending on what they want to say.
No. Clarify.
So,
Expand.
if someone says that they don't do backlogs, I think what they mean by that is all of my unset Lego sets I don't consider to be in a backlog. Because everyone has a backlog at some point or other.
Why?
Because otherwise you're just a really mean person. Like, imagine, Christmas. You rush down, you open your present, it's a Lego set. You rush down, you open your other set, and you go, no, and throw it back at the person because you're not allowed a backlog. And at that point it goes, oh, well, no, they're gifts from someone else, so they don't count as a backlog. Or, you go to a store and they go, do you want your gift with purchase? And you go, no, I can't take that. I don't have backlogs. Because that's another set. So you've always got this thing. Imagine, so you very strictly go, no, never going to have a backlog. And you're a massive Star Wars fan.
Right. I'm not.
And so, you go out 30th of November to pick up your advent calendar because you can't possibly buy it in advance because you're not allowed to have a backlog. And they've sold out.
That would be silly.
So, and so people go, oh, well, no, it's not a backlog because I know exactly when I'm going to build it. And that's what I mean by this.
Right. So are you saying that a backlog is sets that you don't have any planned?
I'm saying a backlog is any unbuilt sets that you've got.
So you agree with me?
But I'm saying that for
some
someone
people
to say that they don't have a backlog, you have to then start adding in all these exemptions because it just doesn't make sense.
I mean, there are
otherwise.
definitely the people out there who will buy a Lego set and build a Lego set.
Yeah.
And then they'll go out and buy another Lego set. And I don't think they would say, no, I won't take the gift of purchase, because that would be financially stupid.
It would.
I also don't agree with the concept of not being allowed to have a backlog.
Yeah.
That also seems financially stupid.
It does. It definitely is. And I think you can get into like the people who are privileged enough to be able to go out whenever they want to buy a set at whatever price it is currently selling for, because that's the day they want to build it, they are incredibly lucky. It's a bit like someone going, oh yes, well, obviously I don't have a freezer because, if I want to have steak and chips, I'll go out to the local farmer and buy it on the day and then cook it. It's like that's not realistic for how most people live. And that's how I see a backlog. It's similar to the freezer. It's you buying stuff, maybe it's you're buying it in bulk or you're buying it when it's on offer.
It's like
and you're storing it.
The rule of like Boy Scouts or whatever, be prepared.
Yes.
Don't be at home wanting to build something and have no thing to build. No thing to build. That's how we say that word. No thing. Oh God.
And
Words hard.
Similar to freezers, there's an important thing which is the phrase: you don't feed the freezer.
I definitely feed the backlog.
You don't go.
Sometimes.
There's space in the freezer, therefore I'll pop out and buy some pizzas to just fill that gap in.
I mean, there's some extent where you should feed the freezer though, because if there's nothing in the freezer, it's not efficient. So that, like they say, you should have like a couple of loaves of bread to fill it out.
You can do that with bottles of water. So just keep some empty bottles around, fill them with water, put them in the freezer.
Yeah, that works.
You never need to spend money to sort that out.
Yes, agreed. I have been definitely guilty of feeding the backlog at points.
You have.
So I will open the backlog cupboard, and it's like a little comfort blanket for me. That it's getting a bit low. Oh, that's not good. I would say that has shifted. When we went through our backlog cupboard and identified a whole load of sets to sell, the effort required to find those, like to do the logistics from selling, the effort to actually sell, is definitely been an eye-opener on don't let it get too out of control.
Yeah.
But then at the same time, it also helps me know that if I want something and I know that it's going to cost me more afterwards and I'm not 100% sure that I want it, there really isn't that much harm in me having it and making the decision later that I'm not going to build it and selling it.
Yeah.
Like, there is still value in an unopened Lego set if I choose not to open it and sell it.
Yeah.
And
backlogs are useful. So the one thing is the money side of it. As I said, Black Friday's coming up. There's likely to be some decent deals. If you want those sets and you've got the money at that point, it makes sense to buy them, put them in your backlog for when you want to build them.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense going, no, I don't.
I've seen this bargain and I definitely want to buy it, but I won't buy it because I don't allow myself to have a backlog.
Yeah.
And it's not one size fits all.
No.
Like, if you don't have the space to store a backlog, if you find the idea of a backlog mentally like a burden, then don't have a backlog.
Yeah.
That's fine.
I think it's I've never liked the term pile of shame or something.
I have no shame.
Your backlog, because if you are ashamed of buying Lego, then you bought the wrong Lego.
I think people sometimes see it as a pile of shame of, I've bought this lovely Lego, I love Lego, and yet I'm not getting to it. That's what I'm ashamed of. That's more what I feel the pile of shame is.
Why would you be ashamed of that?
Because
being ashamed of life getting in the way of
well,
you
exactly,
building.
life does get in the way.
Just, it's a really weird thing.
It is.
You just need to look at it a lot more positively. I don't know what we should call it.
A backlog.
The
You can call it your own personal Lego shop.
Yeah.
But you get to go shopping every now and then. And it's fun.
The Bank of Joy.
That sounds like something completely different.
I'm
just going to visit the Bank of Joy. No, I've made that wrong. I can't go on. I'm sorry. But, okay. Yeah, I don't know how to get past that. No. It's not wrong to have.
No, of course not.
If you are you're not thinking about what you're buying and you don't have a plan to build something, you're just buying it. Like the people who go out and buy sets because they're reduced, even though they're not sets they want, that's not healthy.
Yes.
And we've talked about being intentional with your purchasing, having a plan, not immediately buying, and actually thinking it through. So that's why you have like a list of things that you've decided you want, and then you wait for the deals. Yeah. Like, I think that's fine. The one drawback of a backlog, though, so this set that's in front of us, it's Rhea's Palace, and it's been in the backlog for a while. It's a retired set. I can't remember. Shall I check when it retired? I'm gonna
go for it.
Okay, so this set retired December 21. So we've had this set in our backlog for about 4 years. And now I'm currently building it.
Yeah.
And one of the stickers, when I peeled it off, some of the sticker remained on the sheet. And it kind of ripped.
Ooh.
Yeah. So I don't have as many options now to get that fixed than if I was to build it in the current time. Yeah. I might also open a box and find a missing piece. Or I might be a sad, unlucky American who buys something from Target or Walmart where someone's returned pasta and I don't know. So I feel like that seems a lot more of an American problem. Like, I don't know why. It could happen to us, I don't know. But I'm less worried about it than I think I would be if I lived in America. I'm
not sure how much that actually happens.
It definitely does happen.
It has happened, but is it one story that just everyone repeats?
Yeah,
or is it
for sure.
Happening a lot?
But those things, they might bite you.
Yeah.
If you take a while to build your sets.
Yes.
But also, you might end up with the friend's supermarket, and then they bring out a new supermarket that's better, and then you're like, I want that one, not this one. Again, you can still sell them.
Yeah.
I think financially, having made a decision to buy something and then choosing not to buy it, to build it, it's always a risk.
Yeah.
Like, there might be less value in it because you've waited.
Yeah.
But there's always the potential. I don't think it's wasted money, because there's always the potential to open it and enjoy it, which you were happy with that price.
Yeah.
So even if you didn't choose to sell it, you could then build it and get the joy of a Lego set.
Yeah. From your bank of joy.
From your bank of joy, exactly. Because when you're buying the sets, you are buying them because you want to build them. And yes, you might change your mind about wanting to keep it after you built it, but you would still enjoy building it.
Yeah. I think that's the thing.
There's no losers.
We've talked about intentional purchases quite a lot. And I think this is the thing. As long as they're intentional purchases, whether that's to go in your backlog or to build at the weekend, that's fine. It's the kind of unintentional and irrational purchases. If you're buying it day one because you want it to be in your cupboard hidden away, that's not great.
That's not sensible, because...
But also, if you're going out and you've gone, right, I want to build something, so you run out to the Lego store and you just buy something because you want to build, and you're not really paying attention to what you've picked, you've not really researched it, I think that's just as bad as buying something and chucking it into your backlog. You know, you have to be thinking about these things sensibly. And if you've got more money than sense, then just, you can do whatever you want.
Let's not talk about the billionaires and things again.
Yes,
because that still blows my mind.
Yeah. But yeah, so as long as you are being sensible and you are purchasing stuff when you can afford it, then I think it's fine.
Well, I don't think anyone should be able to tell you whether it's good or bad. It's a very personal choice.
Yeah.
If you don't like the idea of having what you see as debt, like things telling you have to do something, then having them physically in your house saying, "But build me," it can be a burden.
Yeah.
Or if you worry that you'll be stuck in, like, say you broke a leg or something and you couldn't get to the Lego store, and for some reason you don't understand how to use computers and get things delivered, like, you've got the option.
Yeah.
You can just build. It's good.
It is.
I like backlogs.
Yeah.
I like a bank of joy.
And in some ways, is having your bank of joy a good idea? Even if, I'm trying to think how to phrase this. Having a bank of joy which has only one set in it,
it's sad.
Is kind of
Not
still
joyful.
still a benefit thing. So the idea is that you go, right, I want this set, you buy it, but you always wait before building.
So
you have a cooling off period.
Well, you've got cooling off period, and you've also got something to look forward to. So, like they say, you need like horizon moments in life. So if you've got nothing coming up on the horizon, then life can feel very mundane. So if you don't book a holiday for the next year, you're essentially working, and you think, where are we going?
Yeah.
What's the point? So having things on your calendar is really helpful. And again, having an item, I'm going to build that.
Yeah. But I'm just thinking, particularly if you are buying from Lego, in the UK, you've got 30 days return for any reason. So should you always have a policy of you wait 7 days before you build a set? You always make sure that you do actually want it. You don't get caught up in the hype of we've got to buy this now.
I think you just have to trust your instincts, though. If you know that you're really excited about a set, like if I saw the Mushroom House, say that wasn't a Bricking Designer program and that was in the thing, I would know I want that and I'd want to build it straight away because I'm excited about it. And that's not hype. I just know I like it.
Yeah.
I can tell the difference between me being caught up on the hype train and me knowing what I like.
Yeah. I feel not everyone can do that.
Yeah, and sometimes you'll get it wrong, and that's fine too.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I think I'll really... Maybe you think you'll really like it, and then the set actually turns out to be rubbish.
Yeah.
And I think if you waited 7 days and then it was still the same, that's not that you've made the wrong choice. It's that the set wasn't what you expected.
True.
I think you've got that option. Yeah, the mandatory calling off. I mean, again, mandatory only if you tell yourself it's mandatory.
Yes.
I'm not preaching. I'm not saying you have to do a certain thing. Yeah. I like my backlog.
Yeah.
I think also you can not intentionally end up with a backlog. Like you say, life happens. So like the reason we ended up with a backlog to start with is that we became parents. And we had intentions to build Lego and no time to do it.
Yes.
And we knew that we wanted these sets and we would definitely want them at some point. And so we bought them for the future.
Yeah.
And that's okay.
Yeah. And I think...
Can you imagine if we hadn't bought any of the modulars whilst we were having kids? Like when we were in the trenches.
Yeah.
How much that would have cost us?
Yes, it would have cost an absolute fortune. And you end up either spending a lot of money or
missing out.
Yeah. I do think that having a backlog, there's certain kind of almost responsibilities that come along with that. And one of those is knowing what's in your backlog. Because otherwise, people have been known to accidentally buy a set that they've got in the backlog.
Looking around the room to see who you're talking about. I don't think it's me.
No. I won't name names. It's fine.
I sold them now. It's fine. Which one are you talking about?
I'm not sure.
Okay.
The friends... Was it the mall?
No, that was not me. I bought it, and then your parents bought it for the girls.
Oh, okay.
So that one wasn't it.
One wasn't.
The one there's definitely one that I unintentionally bought, and that was a Harry Potter set. They didn't realise they'd already... Battle for Hogwarts, I think it was. Yeah. But I sold it for the same price I paid. Didn't you buy one
recently? And then it took ages to arrive.
That's not bad background management. That's just absent-mindedness and Amazon taking a while. And yes, I've just done the second... I have 3 copies currently of the same set. And 2 are in the boot of the car to go back. And 1 I am keeping.
Right.
And I knew I was buying the 3rd. But the second one was the unintentional one.
What? Why did you intentionally buy the 3rd?
We talked this through. I bought one
right,
because it was a good deal. Then it didn't arrive and I'd forgotten I bought it.
Right.
So then I bought a second one.
Right.
At a similar deal. In fact, a better deal, I think. And then I got confused when they both turned up at the same time, literally the same day. Yeah. And I couldn't remember what... I thought I'd got a bonus because I was considering not getting the second deal because there was a third deal that was better at Lego themselves.
Right.
But I didn't want to pay delivery fees. And then I ended up with a whole load of stuff that I wanted to get from Lego. And it was double points. And it was still on a good deal. And you said, get it and send the other 2 back.
Okay.
So that's what I did. And in fact, that's how I ended up with Andrea's house twice. Because... I saw it as a better deal and you said, get it and send the other one back. And I forgot the second part of that part.
Yeah.
And again, no biggie. I sold it. I think I sold it. There were some sets that we forgot to sell. And that means we can do it again.
Yeah. Because
we enjoyed the selling part. It wasn't so bad.
And I do think going back and, grooming your backlog.
Yeah.
Is
you had this idea that a backlog... Like something shouldn't stay in the backlog forever.
I think if something is in your backlog for too long, it implies that you don't really want to build it.
And I disagree.
I think there are exceptions to that.
I think that I always want to build everything that's in my backlog. But I would now probably concede that I probably need to say I'm not going to get to things sometimes and make a decision to sell.
Yeah.
But if space was no option, I don't see the harm in keeping all of the things because I will at some point build them. But I've sold some things that I bought with the intention of buying and have realised they're not going to make it in.
And obviously there are cases where people will be buying sets because, we've seen this before, buying sets because they're thinking that later on in life, when they have got more money, they will live in a bigger place and have space for a city. And at the moment they don't have space for a city. And so you're buying those sets and storing them away for when you can do that. And I think that's a really nice thing, because it means that when you do buy that house, you've immediately got a way of kind of celebrating and enjoying that house and showing what an impact it is making on you.
But you always have to set yourself boundaries in that
yes,
if you can't enjoy the house you're currently in because you filled it with too many Lego boxes,
yes,
that you feel like, maybe get rid of some of the Lego boxes and you might feel like you have the bigger house already. It's possible. I come from it from so many different ways. Like, I watch a lot of like decluttering videos because I feel that's an issue I have, is there's too much stuff.
Yes.
And I do feel like the burden of my stuff holds me back from doing things I want to. And then like you hear the people sort of say, oh, these baby clothes that you stored, or, okay, maybe children's toys that you enjoyed as a child, and then you want to gift them to your children or your grandchildren, and you just put them up in the loft to essentially stay there for 30 years. That's wasteful. You should give it back to the world so someone can enjoy it in the meantime. I'm like, I can see your point, but at the same time, the sentimental value of seeing your kids playing with your own toys is quite nice.
Yeah.
And yes, you're doing that toy a disservice by not being played with for those 30 years. But if it's not going to degrade in that time, does it matter? So
I think that's another important thing.
People are like, you're selfish because you're holding on to all the Lego. It could be someone could have it. And like, that's, I'm like, is it selfish, or is it just I want to benefit from it again in a later time?
I don't think like there's possibly an argument for when something's really limited edition, so whether it's a really popular gift with purchase or inside a reward or some of the Bricklink designer program sets. There you can start to argue that by you having it in your backlog, you are depriving someone else of it. But if it's a normal set that's been on shelves, you're not depriving anyone. Everyone had the opportunity to get it. They may not have been in the financial situation where they could get it. They may not have been into the hobby kind of thing. But you don't take on the responsibility of that. That is. But
also, if you bought it with the intention of at some point you will enjoy it, does the fact that it's currently not being enjoyed matter? The fact that it's delayed enjoyment. Like if you had someone who you knew would take that, enjoy it, and give it exactly back to you pristine for you to enjoy it exactly the same as well, fine.
Yes.
But the joy of a Lego set these days, like they're less fun if you get them back in parts and have to sort them. Like if someone did that for you, fine. But especially like with the creator sets where you just have to dump them all out onto the table, that's not fun. Like the little bags help the process. It's part of the enjoyment. I was watching Block Party today, and he was putting out his Winter Village, and he put light kits in 2 of his sets, and he's just like, I hate light kits. Light kits are awful, and I can't get the sets back together without having to detangle all the light kits. I'm never doing this again. He's like, oh, these sets that I put them in are actually still on sale. I might just go and buy fresh copies. Would that be bad? And then he would have 2 copies of a set that he's not using. Is that bad? Is that wasteful?
Why would he not be using
because he's just dumped them under his city because he's like, I don't want to deal with those. I'll
what
buy
ones
new
with
ones.
the light kits?
Yeah. So he'd buy new ones and get the new build experience again because that's fun. But he would chuck the other ones under the city and forget about them.
Does he not have kids who he can use as slave labour to dismantle his sets? Is that not why we have kids?
That is not why we have kids. That's totally why we have kids. Yeah, he does have kids, but I don't think they live with him at this point. Okay. So maybe he doesn't feel able to outsource that. But you could do something other than put it under your city. You could give it to someone.
But I
and say,
can understand. Getting so frustrated with something you don't want to look at it ever again.
Yeah, and he said it was a point in time thing. He went home. He did take them apart and do it because he knew it was the right thing to do, even though he didn't want to, and that's fine. Like, and I actually wouldn't have judged him for doing, for buying a second copy, and I would have judged him a little bit if he didn't then do something with the parts from and literally just left it under his city. I think that would be a step too far, but. I can see him going, no, I don't want to touch those sets. Yeah. I'll deal with it next year. Yeah, exactly.
But for now, I still want those sets in my display.
And I think that would be fine. And I don't think that matters. Yeah, I guess it all comes down to your values, and not everyone has the same values, and not everyone feels the same about a backlog, and I think that's fine. But I don't think people should be shamed for having a backlog.
No, that's what I say. Pile of shame, or cupboard of shame, or room of shame, storage container of shame. I think we need to get rid of those terms. Yeah. I don't know what we should replace it with. Bank of joy, I'm liking.
Yeah, I think we're going to go with...
I mean, you've made it slightly wrong.
I have made it really wrong. Yeah. I'm going to take a photo of my Bank of Joy and put it on Instagram. This is you've ruined my Bank of Joy, actually, because you've taken it out of the cupboard and now it's all over the place. And I'm like, I was doing really well with my backlog.
That's because we needed that cupboard.
Yeah, but I literally catalogued it all and then you moved the whole thing. And do you know how much I hated you for that? I was just like, I've put locations in my spreadsheet and you just picked them up. You had no care. This is what I don't like about sharing a hobby with you.
Yeah. Because
you have no regard for how I feel.
It's not true at all. I said that I would go in and update it all.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't remember you saying that.
I said I'd do it.
Oh, go on then. Off you go.
Not now.
Not ever.
It's cold up there. I mean, it isn't. So I don't really consider myself as having much of a backlog at all.
No, because you don't care about anything that's in the backlog, whereas I like it all. But then you enjoy building the sets that you bring down from it. But you don't really you don't feed it.
No. For me, it's more like a library.
Oh, that's a nice term.
So I can just go
your Lego library
and take something out. You know.
Yeah, I'm gonna go.
I don't put stuff back, but you know, that's because I don't get charged late fees.
But like, instead of it being a burden, it's a collection. It's a Lego collection.
There are some people who do literally just collect Lego in boxes and never open them.
And how do you feel about
that? I find it slightly weird.
I think that's more wasteful. Buying stuff without the intention to open it seems crazy to me. But
what if you like just having the boxes on display?
Then just get the boxes. I don't know.
I mean, you collect pin badges that then just sit in a drawer.
Yeah. But they cost like £1 each. I think...
It's all relative.
It's not a relative. They're pin badges. They're not people. Yeah, I guess a collection is a collection. If that's what brings you joy. Whatever brings you joy. Stop sucking the fun out of things for other people. It's fine.
Yeah.
But also it's a little weird. And I can think that, but I don't have to make the person feel bad for it.
Yeah, no, that's fine. So yeah, let us know your thoughts on backlogs, on whether you are happy with your backlog. Because I think that's the thing. If you are unhappy with your backlog, try and work out why.
Yeah, but if you manage it fine, let us know what rules and regulations you have for your own backlog. I'm intrigued to find what other people set as their boundaries.
Yeah.
Or if you don't have any boundaries, good for you. It's fine.
Also, feel free to suggest a different term rather than Bank of Joy.
Yeah, it's going to stick now.
I think it's a good one. We should stick with it. But if you've got a better idea, put it in the comments and Carrie will tell me all about them.
Yes.
And we'll see you next week for another exciting episode of the podcast.
Bye.
Bye.
Bank of Joy.